All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this underway. This is the mid-season report. See, it's week 10. Just missed the mid-season mark by a game. I've been under the weather for God knows how long. It's been a while. Probably a week and a half. Didn't have much voice, anything good like that. So we're going to go over this just a little bit. You see the box score from the last game. Rams 35, Giants 31. Puts me at 3-6, which is probably a little bit better than anyone could expect with this roster. So I'm going to click on this, show the box score here. Box score is very deceiving. Offensive rushing yards 198. To be honest with you, man, most of that was they got busted off an 81-yard run from scrimmage right off the bat, and then another, I believe, 60-yard run later in the game. So 140 of that was on 2 carries. The rest, he pretty much stuffed my run pretty well. He did a great job there. The real tale of the tape isn't what you see on the stats necessarily. It is what you see at the top of the screen, the score breakdown. So at the half, I was up 21-7 and come back, and I just sucked in the second half. Couldn't get it done. Wasn't completing very many passes in the second half. A lot of drop balls. Not too many inaccurate passes, man. It was really just a lot of drops. Guys catching the ball and getting hit. Some misreads on my part. In the fourth quarter there, I had the ball, I believe, a minute and a half left, and drove all the way down. Should have been. I had a wide open touchdown. I read it late. He basically ran from the left hash, left middle of the end zone, ran all the way to the right side of the screen to try and cover Beckham, I believe, which left that whole area wide open. I had a wide open slanting Owens. I read it late. And threw a bullet pass. His linebacker basically just picked it off without even trying. It was a horrible read on my part. Like he was so far open, and by the time I got through my progressions, it was over. So, yeah, first downs, 14 first downs versus 17 for him. We'll start at the top here. Offensive yards gained. What I picked up on this, I pretty much was shredding the pass the first half. Broke off some nice runs, but I couldn't get a whole lot done with it, really. Just a lot of stupid stuff going on. If you look at... Whoa, wait a second. Drop the remote. Getting a little excited there. We're not going to go with that yet. Rushing yards. He had 116. The real place he gouged me was inside the 20. Like, once he got to the red zone, I couldn't stop him. Gurley had 4 touchdowns. All of them, he grinded out hard inside in the goal line, basically. I couldn't do anything about it. Passing yards, it didn't seem like he was throwing the ball that much. He had a couple plays that he kept killing me on, and it was my fault. I didn't recognize it. Like, it's 100% my fault. I didn't recognize it. I mean, he made good reads, got to open the receiver, so that's on him. But it was stuff I could have stopped. God, I don't know what it was, man. I had no awareness on that. I don't think he punted, to be honest with you. I don't think he punted. We couldn't stop him. That's just how it goes, man. You've seen this defense already. It doesn't turn out very well. Total yards gained there. Had him a little bit, but that includes kick return yards. Turnovers got me. I got a fumble on him and a pick early. Both of those, I believe, were... I believe that fumble was the opening kickoff of the second half I got for him. Then he hit me good, square up. Drake fumbled. I believe that was in the fourth quarter or late third quarter. Fourth down conversions, nothing really there. Time of possession, man, I had it on time of possession. I got hit. What was it? What was the scenario, man? I think it was he's driving down for that game-winning score. I think the scenario was that I had a wide open... No, what was it? I had a play where I should have had a pick. Like, I don't know how his receiver caught it. I think it was his halfback. Yeah, it was his halfback out of the backfield. I was right on top of it, and I don't know how the hell he caught it. It went right through my defender. was just one of those plays, man. It was a good play, and like I think I stuffed him, got him to third down, third and long. He throws a seam route streak to the wide receiver. My safety is right there, right on it. Like, no way this ball is going to get completed. And I got a PI in the end zone. Drug him down. It was just one of those plays, man. There's nothing you could do. I love seeing penalties in the game, though, so I can't get mad. But yeah, that was basically my only penalty of the game. 27-yard, got him at first and goal from the 1. Now if we go to game stats, I injured his quarterback, so we're good there. Mannion came in and played, okay for him. Didn't do bad. He actually busted off a couple first down runs on me. Marshall was tearing me up at one point. Tannehill did not have a great game. A late pick there. Should really be 2-1 on touchdown interception ratio. Biggest issue is drops, man. 58% completion. You can't have that and expect to win the game. 8.4 yards per completion, which is kind of weird because I felt like a lot of my completions were in the middle of the field. We're in the mid-range on the field. And then rushing the ball. Drake, 15 carries, 196, 2 touchdowns, and a fumble. But like I said, the majority of those those yards were on a couple big runs. Other than that, he really stopped me rushing the football. You see only 15 carries. And God, I think I had 10 of those in the first half, and we couldn't get it done. We could not get going in the run game again. So regardless of breaking 2 long runs, you have to be able to sustain drives with the run, and I'd say I haven't been able to do it. It hasn't worked for me. 83 yards after the first hit, and I think 81 were on that run. Yeah, he shrugged one off in the backfield and was gone. Beckham Jr., good game. No touchdowns. I'm starting to kind of feed the offense into him. He's getting no rack, nothing. I'm really not getting much rack at all, and that a lot has to do with my quarterback and where we place the ball. Owens, good game overall. They had a couple dropsies, a little bit of dropsies in there, and really other than that, man, we didn't do a whole lot. Like, it was forcing the ball to those two, the number 1 in the slot. Defensively, we had a good game as far as coverage. Like, I thought we did a good job getting to the ball and staying with receivers. We were leaving guys open sometimes. It was kind of not much you could do. You see when you're leading tackler, for me, as my free safety, is probably not good. Hankins came in. I know he got a sack. He got a couple for the game. Hankins, Newsome, Johnson. Hayes got me once. And then he had a couple half sacks in there. So, really, that just tells the tale of the game. That was one of the better games I've played this year, so I can't really be all that upset about the loss. But we're going to take a look at the roster and what we see so far. You see a lot of good there, a lot of guys with some confidence playing above their ratings. That's good. I'd really like to get Mr. Pearson here up in that same category. We need to get him the ball a little bit more. I'm not getting the ball to my outside receivers, which is my fault. And the rest of these guys, Kennard's playing great. Don't care if he doesn't have Green beside him. He's still playing great. So's Newsome, Hankins. I would really like to see Mr. Austin here get in there a little bit. Johnson is down. He has no confidence. The rookie has been streaky, solid, not spectacular. Mauluga and Carter playing really good. Rogers and Collins, I'm not going to say they're playing bad. They were earlier in the year, but now that I'm getting a little more used to the way they play, calling a little bit better plays for them. Mr. Cole here is getting on the field quite a bit as the backup safety. Corners, what I'm really hurting at. Nickel Roby has made some very good plays, but not very consistent. Like, here and there, he makes good plays, and he might get torched on a few of them. Ball is playing very good, very solid. Really, ideally, he would be my third corner, maybe my number 2, but most likely the third corner. Buster Screens playing great on special teams. Powers, I don't even think he's seen the field. I don't know how he's getting raised up there. Let's take a look stat-wise. Like I said, we're sitting at 3-6. Yeah, pardon me. I still got all this crap in my lungs. Not worried about rankings. Right now, you see Tannehill with a 75 rating and Sam a 72 rating. I'm pretty much guaranteed that my season is down the turlet right now. Yes, I did say turlet. And I'm aware of that. Now, I think it's going to be time, the second half of the season. We're going to put Sam in, get him some experience, because we know we're not going to go to the playoffs at this point. Team's just not built for it. 12 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. He had a couple bad games there, but all in all, Tannehill has played pretty good for me, and I wouldn't be mad to see him as my backup next year. Drake, 119 carries. It's very low carries, and 702 yards. Really, what's behind the carry stuff right now is we're getting behind. We get behind too early, and then that pretty much just shits on the run game. 7 touchdowns for him, 3 fumbles though. He's got good carries, so I don't know what's up with the fumbles, and I like to hit that cover of the ball, but we're gonna have to work on that, man. I don't like seeing fumbles. Who else has got one in there? Nick Sam, Tannehill, Beckham. Well, don't you fumble. You will get benched before you know it. Receiving, Nick Owens is leading the team, and that's not a surprise. Love this kid. Really got to work on getting that XP up so that we can work on our spec catch. Not spec catch, but aggressive catch. We got to get that trait unlocked. And really, and most importantly, well, actually, it might be aggressive might be the number one thing we need to get going, because he's not getting that rat catch opportunity. And I'm not sure why. Maybe it's my quarterback accuracy, but he goes up and high points a lot of balls. He just doesn't come down with them, and that is a lot in part due to that trait. So we've got to unlock that trait first. Beckham's having a disappointing year for everyone else, but if you know me, I am not huge on star power wide receivers. I'd rather do it with the little guys. So I love the guy, man. He catches everything you throw to him, but I don't really have that quarterback that can get him the ball deep. There's a lot of overthrows going to him, which we all know that's him. He's a good deep ball guy. Jared Cook's a very solid pickup. Gets the dropsies every now and then, but that's all good. Pearson, the youngster, is playing very, very well. You see he's not getting a lot of balls, but that's okay. I mean, he got guys all around him. Drake, Green, these guys are all getting in there. Even Mr. Victor Cruz is getting there and getting some balls. Let's take a look at the drops, though. Well, rack average, probably Drake. Yeah, number 1. Usually typical for a running back. How come I'm not seeing drops? Do we have drops in here? No drops. Blocking, somebody's probably giving up like 400 sacks. Flowers, you bum. Cole, you bum. Rookie. So defensively, this is what I'm really trying to get used to. I'm just not used to having a defense this bad without star power. Collins, the previous owner of this team, did not use him for whatever reason. It doesn't look like he's progressed at all at any attributes. So I am working on that now. Basically, when I took over Collins, he had no coverage skills. I'm talking 70-man, 70 zone. That is not going to get you anywhere in this league. So we are working on him, trying to get him built up a little bit. Malaluga is a good signing. He's got him a couple sacks. We can't get mad about him. He plays his butt off. Rodgers gets toasted from time to time, does not quite have the speed. That's why he's now playing strong safety as opposed to free safety. He's got a pick this year. I believe he's got 1 pick this year. Had a good game last game. He just got torched on one. They got hit with a penalty, so kind of kicked my ass. The rookie, he's up there. He's getting tackles. Solid, but not spectacular, and that's okay for a rookie. James Michael Johnson, the old man who's all aggravated with no confidence. He don't like losing. He's down. He doesn't have a whole lot of sacks this year. He's got 4, so that's okay. Ball got a few picks. We'll take that. And then Mr. Nickel Roby's got a few picks as well. The surprise, man, is the guy I wasn't sure. Now, honestly, I threw him in. He's listed as a left outside linebacker. Okay, well, I have him playing right end when I go down to the 4-3 or the nickel. I wasn't expecting a whole lot out of the guy, but he really does a heck of a job of getting off the edge there on the right side. Right side of my defense, left side of the offense. He gets off of that really well. Buster Screen has gotten in there and played decent. As so has Hankins and Newsome. Both got 4 sacks. So we're getting there. We're getting some pressure. We're definitely not leading the league in sacks or anything like that. But we're getting there. Just the big issue is we don't have guys behind it that can cover for that 3 seconds till we can get to a quarterback. So let's take a look at contracts. This is something I really haven't looked at myself. So we'll take a look together and see. I don't think I've looked at it. We'll find out. God, let's hope we don't have like a whole ton of people up for re-sign this year. That would suck because most of these guys aren't going to want to return. Oh yeah, figures Collins, Cromartie, Cruz, Flowers. So we'll start Kern, but you might be gone. He's playing a hell of a good job as a backup, so I don't know. We'll see. What do you want? What do you want, young son? Jackson? What do you want? 1 year, 840. So I'm going to give him 8. We'll give him 920. You want to come back and play for us? Offering you more than you want. What do you want? Don't be a hoser. Hey, he signed. Good job. Eric Flowers. This might be a big focus to my offseason is my offensive line. So Flowers, if you can hear me, you better pick your shit up, son. You are struggling. I'm going to give him a little more than what he wants. Okay, maybe a lot more. Because he has the ability. You look at that, 95 strength. His run block is 84. His pass block is 86. I think his impact is a bit low. No, his impact's 88. So why are you so stupid over there? I don't think anybody's ever worked with this guy is the issue. Awareness 54, dumber than a box of rocks. But guess what? We got hooked on phonics, Eric Flowers. And if you come back, we will hook you up. You gonna come back? Yeah, that's right. You come back. I'm a little worried to touch any of the rest of these guys. Man, you know what? We'll go after Collins. He's impressed me this year. I mean, look at his coverage, though. Man coverage, 72. That's not terrible. Zone coverage, 80. I'm not even kidding you when I'm saying it was like 72 when I took this team over. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Like, he is, dude, I don't know. He'd be a stud linebacker. Yeah, speed, agility, accelerate. His agility is not that good, but, I mean, he's really an in-the-box safety, and I've almost turned him into a coverage safety. That's kind of important, man. I really need that at free safety, so I don't know, man. We're going to overpay him, that's for sure. $2 million bonus, $2 million salary. We still want more than that. Man, I'm going to pay you. I'll pay you, dog. I'm going to pay you. We'll give you $5 million a year. He would say, no, it's too much money. I'm not re-signing with you guys. Rogers Camardi will wait till the end of the year. Doesn't have the speed. His speed is gone. It's gone. 85, which isn't horrid. He plays a hell of a job at backing up safeties and corners. I think he plays my 4 sometimes. He plays my dime. So you can't get mad about that. Victor Cruz, you might have a spot coming back too, baby. Oh, doesn't have that acceleration, but man, yeah, we're gonna wait and see how he progresses, but or how he regresses, I should say. But he's definitely got a spot coming back to the squad. Louis Nix, we'll give you a shot if you want to play ball. If you want 3 years, 2.57 mil. We'll go with just under $1 million a year. If you want to play ball for that, you can come back. You can be a backup somewhere. If you don't want to play ball, oh, you want to negotiate. Yeah, you probably ain't coming back, buddy. What about this guy? See, I was excited about him, but I can't get him on the field. got too many other guys around him. He's 26 years old, so it's kind of hard to put him on there, especially when I got Demontre Moore still available and still doesn't see the field. So that makes it a little more difficult. Kern, can you kick it? You can kick it a little bit. Damn. Really? Tell you what, I'll give you $5 million. You're gonna get squat for a bonus. That way I can still cut you if I need to. Oh, negotiating, you dick. So that's where we're at for the year. I try to make it pretty clear, especially early on. I figured and laugh and joke around, say, "Oh yeah, I'm Super Bowl." Knicks declined, punk ass. Kern declined, punk ass. No, I don't think I ever said I was going to Super Bowl. I just said I'd try to make it a fight in the division. That's not going to happen this year. This roster is just too far gone. I think another year, depending on how the offseason goes, whether or not free agents are available, I can coax a few more into coming, because I banged on the door of every free agent out there, and I really did a bang-up job of getting them to come in. I had a spectacular draft compared to, I wouldn't even want to see what happened with the old owner. If he had this team, he would have just jacked it up, I would imagine. I had a great draft. I got a lot of good players, a lot of good starters, which isn't saying a whole lot. Starters for my team and starters for another team are two different things. So a lot of these other guys, they're not, most of the guys I drafted wouldn't be starting on other teams. I can't really name too many. Maybe, what do we end up with? I think Drake could probably get some PT on some other teams. Who else did I get? Outside linebacker, Jackson. He could get some PT. I think everybody I grabbed could get some PT, but like I said, man, I drafted 4 guys 78 and above, or 5 guys 78 overall and above. So that's pretty good roundup. So made my prediction the other day. I was like 6 wins. I don't think it's going to happen. I thought my best case scenario for the year would be 8, and I just don't see it. We got the Eagles coming up next, and they basically, let's just be honest, they skull fucked me last time we played. They beat me up good. I ain't mad about it. Thoroughly outplayed me. I couldn't stop him, and we'll see it right there, 31-7. So I've taken some beatings, and I got 37-7. Got a win. I shouldn't have taken that loss there. I should have won that game. Took that L. Barely got a win. Took a beating there with the Falcons. That was a pretty good game. Took a beating by the Cowboys. They stomped me. Jags. I took the W after some arguings. Had a couple arguings games. That'd be one. Yeah, typical stuff. No big deal. Basically, folks think I should line up and pound the rock and not throw to wide open receivers. Yeah, it is what it is. But so we got the Eagles. Man, I'm gonna get stomped there. We got the Bears. I might get stomped there. Texans, I'll probably get stomped there. That dude's like Super Bowl guy. Snowhawks, that's commissioner or co-commissioner, whatever it is. So I'm gonna say I'm probably gonna get stomped, but I'm gonna put up a fight. Bucks, dude's a good baller right there, so I'm gonna get stomped probably there. You know what, man? I'd be lucky to win 2 more games. So we're gonna finish this prediction right now. I'm gonna say if I'm walking out of this season at 5-11 with this roster, I'm doing pretty damn good. So if you see some of these other teams, man, these guys are stacked up. They take advantage of stupid owners that try to trade people away and trading away draft picks. But hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'd be doing the same thing if I was here. So I just ain't been here that long. But that is it. We'll come back to this, a few more weeks in, maybe 4 games left. We'll come back to this, and we'll take a gander at it once again. Thanks for stopping by. This is the NFL 16 mid-season report for the New York Football Giants. We are a garbage fire over here, folks, but we are going to have some fun and keep banging. and probably keep pissing people off. That's what we do. That's what we will always do, and that's a part of football, baby. See you next time. Later.